A 28-minute ride, I just can't wrap my head around if that would even work or if people are thinking about this logically.
Your attention, please.
What is shaking, guys? Welcome back. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge has kind of dominated the Disney spotlight over the last few weeks, if not the last, well, since they've announced it. With Galaxy's Edge opening up in June, which is only a couple months away, more information, more details, more rumors keep popping up left and right. We just did a video last week about the interior and what Rise of the Resistance is going to be. But now we've got some more rumors, and I definitely don't think some of these are possible. Before we jump into this topic, be sure to follow us on Instagram. Check us out at Disneydna. We upload pictures every single day of Disneyland and Disney World and all things Disney. So this latest rumor comes from multiple sources, from magazines to newspapers, and it's all about what one person said. Alicia Stella, who writes for Disney and More blogs, she came out and said in her podcast that the new Rise of the Resistance ride could reach a time of 28 minutes, a ride time of 28 minutes, and feature over 300 audio animatronics. Now, we have heard a lot of massive rumors, and some of them we kind of take with a grain of salt. Some we kind of are a little more factual and we believe in. I really don't know how I feel about these. Now, this topic has drawn a lot of interest from USA Today, from the Thrillist, Attractions Magazine, Travel and Leisure. I mean, it's a lot of people have talked about it. Just last night, I heard it being mentioned on our local news. So a lot of people are kind of taking this and running with it. I myself believe we need to break this down. We can't just look at it as, oh my God, 28 minutes. Oh my God, 300 animatronics. This really has to be broken down and thought about. And honestly, it has to be broken down in a Disney way. 28 minutes is a very, very long ride time. And when we look at other things that Disney has done, as in the Disneyland Railroad, is 22 minutes to go all the way around the park. Fantasmic, a full production show, is 25 minutes. And the longest show, well, I guess more, not longest, but closest to this 28-minute mark is a Christmas Fantasy Parade. If you sit from the beginning to the end, is 27 minutes. So to constantly be on a vehicle or inside of a ride, something like of that nature, that's asking a lot to sit there for nearly a half hour. And how are you going to move guests through if I'm on the ride for a half hour? You got to constantly almost be like a people mover, just to keep up with the rider capacity, to be able to get that many people through, because if not, this line's going to be 10 hours long. So straightforward, a 28-minute ride isn't going to happen. Straightforward, looking at it, taking it just straight as it is. 28-minute ride, it can't possibly be done. And that's how people are taking it. They're thinking you're getting in a vehicle and this ride's going to last 28 minutes. Some of the comments I read on Thrillist online were just like, oh my God, a 28-minute ride, that'd be so cool. It'd be double Pirates of the Caribbean. That's not going to happen. It can't possibly happen. Because they don't want you to spend that much time just on a boat or on a ship or in a train. It's just not going to happen. But if we dive into this, like I mentioned, we can figure out what this 28-minute mark means. Let's look at Haunted Mansion. You might say Haunted Mansion is only 3 minutes long, 4 minutes long, because that's where you board your Doom Buggy. That section of the ride is only 3 minutes. But if you go back and you count it right when you go into the little waiting area before you board the elevator, or even when you get into the stretching room, if you count that into the ride time, now you're looking at a 10-minute, 12-minute attraction. Especially if it backs up and bottlenecks in the hallway with the pictures that change. Now you're kind of getting more more of a stretch with that time if you look at it that way. So taking that example, taking the Haunted Mansion example and kind of stretching out the attraction, not just when you are on a physical vehicle, we can now apply that to this 28-minute mark and Rise of the Resistance. So in last week's video, we outlined the entire layout of Rise of the Resistance and how it's going to work and how it's going to just function. So let's figure out how this 28 minutes fits into that. You're first going to board a transport vehicle, a transport pod. And that's where you're going to rotate so you can do your little pre-show and guests can load on the other side. You're going to watch, let's say, a 5-minute pre-show. Okay? Just like Star Tours. You know when you kind of sit there out in front of the gates, you look up, watch a little video. Something of that nature, a little more high-tech and advanced. But you're going to have a pre-show, much like Mission Breakout. Now you're going to exit and go through the warehouse with all the TIE fighters and the stormtroopers telling you to move along. You're going to walk through that, and eventually you're going to end up in a jail cell where you're going to board one of 2 vehicles, and guess what? You're going to have another pre-show. So this is going to be another 5 to 10 minutes with the walk, and you figure it'll be somewhat of a little bottleneck stoppage. That's another 10 minutes. So we're already up to 15 minutes. That only leaves 13 minutes left to hit this 28-minute mark. Now the ride itself can be 13 minutes long. Yes, you're in a show building. It's going to go up and down and move you around and all that kind of stuff. So 13 minutes isn't that unreasonable. Pirates is 15 minutes. You know, it's a Small World is roughly 15 minutes. So a 13-minute dark ride, I can see that. So now we have the 5-minute first pre-show, the walk through the warehouse, your second little pre-show. So you're up to 15 minutes. 13-minute ride, I can see that. There's your 28 minutes. So everybody that's thinking, oh my gosh, you're going to be on this ride for 28 minutes. Well, actually, you're only going to be on it for about 13. Maybe 10 to 13 minutes in actuality. Because the rest is going to be pre-show and kind of moving you through and setting the tone and setting the story and all that kind of things. So let's hit the brakes, let's slow down, and just, like I said, break it down Disney style. Look at how Disney does things, and that's going to be the ride time. So now that we've broken down the 28-minute mark here, let's move on to the 300. That's a lot. 300 animatronics. So let's put 300 animatronics into perspective a little. Splash Mountain has 109, roughly 109 audio animatronics. Pirates, which is the first ride we all think of when you think of audio animatronics, has 119. Tiki Room is another one, because that was the first one to have audio animatronics, has 150. Now that's all flowers, birds, you know, smaller audio animatronics, but there's nonetheless audio animatronics. So you're telling me that you're going to have 3 times as many animatronics in this new ride, Rise of the Resistance, than you do Splash and Pirates? I mean, we all see how many animatronics are in Pirates. It's a lot. Where are you going to put all of these audio animatronics in this ride? Now, yes, there's space. This is like the largest show building Disney's ever built. But from what I've heard, there's not going to be people walking around like some of the video clips have shown. As we outlined last week, there's 3 Kylo Rens. So there's 3. You have General Hux, that's 4. You're going to have a couple stormtroopers telling you to move along. So that's 5 or 6. And these are going to be advanced. I mean, these are going to be high-tech, best audio animatronics Disney's ever put together. So after that, I just think they're going to be more either mannequin style, which is more like your Peter Pan dark ride, or your Snow White Scary Adventure dark ride, where it's just kind of there in the background just to set a presence. Not necessarily to interact and be, you know, an audio animatronic. Or they'll kind of be like, it's a Small World, where they're just kind of there, they move a little bit, again, just to kind of set the background. Not necessarily to present a show to you and interact with you. So 300 audio animatronics, to me, is a big stretch. Big stretch. I can see at most, possibly, if I really tried, 200. because that would be double pirates, and that's just a lot of moving parts. And when you think about it, Disney, Rise of the Resistance, from what we've seen, Disney's just trying to go all out on a few elements that really go pop, and then letting the environment itself really draw you in. So I just can't see them putting that much time and effort into let alone, not 300 to 200 audio animatronics. I'm more leaning toward 50 to 70. And even that, I feel, is a stretch, because these are going to be more like Pirates of the Caribbean type audio animatronics, but more high tech. So I don't know. 300 is, I guess, plausible. I just really don't think that's going to happen. So those are the latest rumors as far as Rise of the Resistance is concerned. Like I said, 300 definitely doable. 28-minute ride, it's got to be broken down. Don't take it at face value. Do not take it for what the cover says. Don't read the headline and go, oh man, 28-minute ride. That's not going to happen, guys. Break it down. Look at Haunted Mansion. Look at how that ride kind of progresses. It's going to be broken apart. It's going to be pre-shows. Mission Breakout doesn't start when you get on the elevator. It starts when you enter the building, really. So that's how you got to break it down. So 28 minutes, take it with a grain of salt. Break it down. Much more clarification. Like I said, pump the brakes. This is just Disney's going to work its magic for 28 minutes. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Be sure to leave your comments down below. If you guys think this is going to be possible, I could be completely wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know what your opinion is. Do you think 28 minutes is going to be on a ride vehicle? Do you think 300 animatronics is too high or too low? Just let me know. But if you guys haven't done so already, give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when other videos like this and other park adventure videos are uploaded. And as always, if you guys are at any of the Disney parks, tell Mickey and Minnie I say hi and happy birthday. And I will see you all a little later.